Welcome back to the channel. This afternoon I'm playing the Poniente course here at Melia Villaetana. Now this is quite a short but very technical course. It's only about 3,600 yards, no par 5s, some reachable par 4s and mainly par 3s. But it's very easy to rack up a big score here by losing balls, especially off the tee on some of the par 3s. So today, because it's only a par 62, I'm going to be playing break 75 rather than break 85. Hopefully we can do it. The weather's beautiful, so let's try and break 75. That should be pretty perfect. So not a bad tee shot there, really nice draw on my driver, which I've been working on a little bit. That's the shape of the hole, so that's absolutely perfect. That should be a little chip on and a putt, hopefully a par. Outside chance of a birdie if I can make a good chip. So I caught that drive really nice. The pin is about 250 yards from the tee and I've come probably just past pin high, so that draw played lovely on this hole. A challenging little chip now, the ball's above my feet. I really would be happy just to start off with par, so I'm going to try and make that happen. I hope that might run a little bit more, but still on for par. Fast greens. That's a 5. So this is the second hole and probably one of my favourites. I think it is beautiful but daunting. You can probably see what I meant earlier by it's very easy to lose balls off the tee here and rack up a big score. This is playing about 170 to the back there. I'm going to hit a 5-iron softly just to try and be safe and make sure we get it over there. That looks like it's on the money. Just off the green, about pin high, I think. That was a really good shot, so happy days. Similar to the last hole, I've probably hit that a bit too well. I've flown the green. I did know 5-iron was too much, but I'd rather be long than short. So I've got a bit of a daunting chip back at the pin now because everything runs away. And again, the speed of these greens, if you misjudge this slightly, you might even end up off the front of the green. So I just want to stay on this little top tier, give myself a putt. Stop, 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 stop. I'm happy with that. A par, happy days. This hole is only playing 213. The wind is slightly behind, so given my drive on the first hole, I think I'm going to go with hybrid on this, which might not quite get me there. 5 would definitely get me there, but I'm worried it would just run through the green. So I'd rather probably be a little bit short and have a chip on. It's a par 4, so we could easily chip on and still make birdie. So, interesting story while we've got a moment actually. I'm playing my 4 hybrid, I've brought it with me, and anyone who knows me and anyone who's watched some of the previous videos will know I hate hybrids. So why have I brought the 4 hybrid with me? Well, in my new set, which is coming soon by the way, and I'll be doing a full what's in the bag and talking you through the new clubs that I've got. They've recommended a 4 hybrid rather than a 4 iron. So I've been using this to get used to the feeling of hitting a hybrid. And I'll be honest, it's going pretty well. I'm getting decent distance out of it. It's kind of going 180, 190 with a nice little draw. So on this hole, it should be perfect. There's another hole later where I'll probably have to use it as well. But that's why I'm using a 4 hybrid. I've been told it's the right club for me. And that, my friends, is probably a lost ball. Lovely shape, perfect distance, but I just set it off too left and it drew over further left. So I'm definitely going to have to hit a provisional. Oh. Top the provisional. I hate this game sometimes. So not surprisingly, I couldn't find my first ball. My 3 minutes are rough. It's somewhere in there. Thought for a second it may have rolled through onto a different fairway, but it's not. So I'm having to play my provisional, which, although I topped because it's a nice steep downhill and hard fairway, has rolled to about 60 yards of the pin. So a little 60 degree. Really need to try and get up and down to limit the damage. Trying to stay positive. I've turned what should have been a birdieable hole into what looks like a double bogey now. Unless I can make this putt, which is challenging. But it's only the 3rd hole. I need to just not let it get to me too much. There'll be pars along the way. Nope. Why would it make sense? Why would it be logical? Seven on a 115 yard par 4, 215 yard par 4. So trying to stay positive, a lot of holes to go, and I hit that hybrid perfect. I just started it too far left. Contact was great, the shape was great, fine margins sometimes. This next one is another par 3 over the trees, again very losable, very easy to lose a ball, anything short here. The flag is about 125, which is between my pitching wedge and my 9-iron, so I'm going to go 9-iron to make sure. The wind is a crosswind, maybe a little bit of hurt, so 9-iron feels like the right club. Just need to put that last hole behind us and move on. Thinned it, but it should make it across. Too long because I thinned it. It's not lost though. I'm just going to try and chip a little 54 degree and it just on the front of the green, hopefully run it to the pin, not too far. Again, stopping the ball is almost impossible on these greens. A little bit too far right. I can live with that though. Distance control on that one, but still left myself a longer putt than I would have wanted. Well, break 75 ain't gonna happen, is it? So we're now 6 over through 4 holes, and 13 over is what we're aiming for. So we're nearly halfway after just 4 holes. I'm starting to doubt break 75 is going to happen. Let's see, unless we can start parring some. This is about 270 to the pin. There's a massive bunker block in the front of the green at about 230. I'm not sure I can carry that, although the wind is slightly behind, but I don't want to take the chance. So I'm going to hit a 5-wood, and probably not even that hard because I want to be short of the bunkers. Aim at the ones on the right, try and draw it off a little bit, and give ourselves a chip onto the green. Par on this would be fine. Steady the ship. Straight into the bunker on the right. So that might be the bit of good fortune that we needed to turn the round around. It went into the bunker, has clearly bounced out and gone another 30 yards. So just about a 60-yard shot, 60-degree wedge. Pin's in quite a difficult location. I'm not sure if you can tell on the camera, but anything short of it comes back down and could even end up in this bunker. So probably got to fly it long. The wind is behind though, so I still think a stock 60-yard shot should be the right one. Hopefully we can get this on the green, although even then I guess there's no guarantee of pars with these greens, but it'd be nice to green in regulation. Pin high, but putting down at it, tricky. Everything's sloping away from me here. These downhill putts terrify me. It's just so easy to put it so far past. Be nice for one to drop. Birdie would be good right about now to get that score looking a little bit more healthy. No, but again, reasonably good pace. But look at the roll on that. I mean, that's a knee knocker still. It's not a gimme by any means, is it? Par. We could do with a few more of them. So it felt good to par that last one. I'm not going to lie, I needed that. 6 over through 5, way off the pace, but if we can start managing the distance control on some of those putts, I think we've got a good chance of getting this back. Next one's another potentially drivable par 4. I can't remember exactly what it plays, but it's about 260 again, something like that. I'll get the scope on it in a second and say. So again, scoreable birdies are definitely possible on this course. We just need to get our swing going a bit better and start controlling those putts a bit better. The wind has picked up quite a bit where we are now. Had to put a jumper on even. The flag is on the front of the green. It's only about 220 yards. Anything that goes far right is lost. Left is safe. I think I'm going to try my 3-wood. That should be about right for distance. Into wind, it might be a bit short, but I'd certainly rather be off the front of the green than through the back, because that will be a really drastic downhill putt if you go past the pin. The only problem really is that my 3-wood has a draw, which means I've got to trust it and send it out over the wasteland where it would be lost and hope it comes back round a little bit. Got to trust it. I didn't trust it and pulled it. That could be lost unless it gets the bunker. For 30 yards to the pin, I'm going to try and send it upstairs to get it there. This hole shouldn't be this difficult. Come round, come round, come round, come round, come round, come round. Oh, thank goodness for that. Well, I say thank goodness, it's still a bogey. So we've just realised we may have been having some audio visual issues, at least on some of the clips, if not a few, for the last few that we've just been filming. Anyway, we've resolved the issues hopefully now. So we've ended up here. It hit these trees, I think, and came out. We've been very lucky. An awkward downhill chip, and again it runs off does the green, so we have to be really delicate with this. But hopefully we can take advantage of that piece of good fortune. Look how much that rolls. Look how much that rolls. So truth be told, I duffed that a little bit. I'm kind of glad I did, given how far it rolled. Otherwise, I'd have probably been off the end of the green at the other side. Okay, another par on what should be the hardest hole on the course, but obviously isn't today because of the difference in tees. But still, a par. Keep it ticking over. It means we're going to the back nine with a chance still of breaking 75. We've caught up to the group in front now, which is a 4-ball, so we may have a bit of a tee time waiting going forward if they don't let us play through. Just to give a little bit of an update on the scores on the doors, so we are +8 through the first 9, and obviously we're aiming for 13. So that only gives us 5 shots on the back 9, which will be challenging. It's not impossible. There are some gettable par 4s. There's 4 of them, and all of them bar one are potentially drivable. This next one being one of them. It's about 256 yards. It is uphill. There's a lot of bunkers protecting the green, but I think we might as well go for it now. Worst case, we end up with a bunker shot. I think that's a small price to pay for the benefits if it comes off. And given where we are score-wise, I just feel if I could just get one birdie, that would really take the pressure off. I'd really feel like we were on for it then. But even if we play like we have been for most of the round, barring those 2 holes, the one with the hybrid where we lost it and had to play 3 off the tee, and the other one where I ended up 3-putting ridiculously, I'm reasonably happy with how we've played, and I think the score will be reasonable even if we don't break 75. These guys are just clearing the green now, so I think we're good to tee off. So I've missed that bunker on the right. That should be a really good shot. So really happy with that drive again. It's pin high at about 256, just slightly right of the green. Another difficult chip because it's all running away from me again, so I just need to be delicate with this. Try and leave it short rather than long, but at the same time there's no reason I can't go for this a little bit because this is eagle. So even if I leave it long and 2-putt, that's still par, which is good. It's what we need. Pars will save the day. Birdies are nicer though. Come round. Come round. Yeah, got a little too aggressive with that. Hopefully I can 2-putt for par. Slow, even though it was downhill. Didn't see that coming. Again, making life difficult for myself. But it's a par. Par saves the day, as we said. Birdie would have been nicer, but par's okay. Tasty little par 3, 120 yards, which is the perfect number for my pitching wedge. Slightly downwind, but there's plenty of room behind that pin. So I'm just going to give it a full pitching wedge, hope for the best. No, I've sent it out right. That's going to be too lofty and it's going to be short. Never closed the club face on that one. Ah, it was a perfect number as well. Never mind. Didn't work out too bad. I actually got further than I thought because I'd left the club face open. It over lofted it. I didn't think I'd be anywhere near. I thought I'd be back here somewhere. But a little chip on, chip and run. Again, impossible to know whether it's going to run fast or run slow. I want to probably try and land it about halfway there and hope it stops. Keep going, keep going. That one was about medium then, I guess. Not slow, not fast. Another par, happy with that. We're making this look respectable now. That's what I like. Another perfect number shot. So it is about 95 yards, which is my 50 degree. Hopefully I can hit it better than I did my pitching wedge when it was the perfect number. Middle of the green, that's all we need. Might got under that a little bit, just get over the bunker. Oh no, perfect. Perfect. That was a bit over lofted actually. It's a good job I didn't catch that full, otherwise it would have been long. So this looks a really horrible downhill slidey putt. And just leave this close to the hole, I'll be happy. If it gets past the hole, it's just going to keep on running, I think. Stop, 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 stop. I couldn't have hit that any lighter. I knew that was going to happen if it didn't hit the hole. That is a disappointing bogey, given the tee shot, but that first putt was treacherous. I don't know what else you could do with that. And stop. Stop, 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 stop. Yep, that's good. Oh, I thought that was going to be an eagle for a second there. Just kept on rolling. Oh, should have definitely been a birdie, but unfortunately it's on a bit of a crest of a hill there, so it just rolled off the other side. Oh, and then never hit it. Okay, par, I'll call that. Okay, it's about 140 yards, so I'm just going to hit an 8-9 here and get it over. Tough hole, this one. Well struck, hopefully should be middle of the green. We should be putting again. A nice solid shot there with my 8-iron. Unfortunately, because of the little hill, I'm going to have to chip it. But just before we get to that, I just want to address the last hole. So I gave myself a par on the last one, even though you'll see I missed the putt by a little bit. And to be honest, I think that's a bit harsh. So the lads very kindly let us through. And I was on the green in one with my drive. That's why we weren't saying much. As we were stepping up to start putting, one of the lads who was short looked like he was going to start hitting his club. So I rushed all of those putts, which is disappointing because it was an eagle putt, then a birdie putt, and then a par putt. So I'm going to give myself a par on that just because I was out the corner of my eye checking to see whether I was going to get hit by a ball. Anyway, that's why I said par, even though I missed. If you disagree with me, leave a comment down below. Let me know how you would have handled that kind of situation. It can happen sometimes. So here, a little chip on. Try and land it just on the fringe there. It's going to run down to the flag a little bit, hopefully. And then a putt. Oh, a bit too much. Bit too much sauce on that one. Landed it in the right line. Again though, this hole is so easy to lose a ball and make double or even triple bogey, and I've done that before because anything short here or to the side, you've only got this narrow bit to get to. Everything else is just marshland and you never find the ball. So if this is a 4, which I would hope worst case it is, I would have probably taken that before we started the hole. I'm so scared of these downhill putts, honestly. Some of them you hit and they go flying by, some of them you hit, they don't make it. Okay, that's a 4. I'm not disappointed with that on this hole. Let's move on. We've got space between us and the guy behind now, so we can relax again. A few holes to go. I think that puts us 9 over. So we're on for it. We're still on for it. Right, this is a deceptively tricky hole. It's only playing 78 yards. The pin is looks really forward and really right. In fact, I'm almost tempted to say that's not a legal pin position. We'll see when we get up there. But that looks like it's really on the edge of the green. Anyway, it's about 75, 78 yards, so 54 degrees should get us there. There's a little bit of wind into. I just want to aim it probably slightly right. I just don't want to be in that bunker, really. Famous last words there. Leaking a bit right. Oh, come down the hill, come down the hill, come down the hill. That's a nice leave, actually. That worked out lovely. I take it all back, greenkeepers. There's a lot more green here than what it looked like from on the tee box. That's smack bang in a lovely position. My ball came back down the hill, lovely. I'm not sure whether to put this or to chip it. There's just too much going on to put, but again, it's rolling away, it's into the bunker. It makes me nervous. It makes me nervous. Oh, thinned it. That's what happens when you're nervous and you don't commit to a chip shot. Come back down the hill. Come back down the hill. That's 2 hills I owe a favour to on this hole. So key lesson there for anybody who's learning golf or struggling with their short game. If you don't commit to a chip shot and you decelerate, that's going to happen. You need to be committed. I wasn't, because I was terrified of putting it over the green, and sure enough, by being terrified, by not being committed, I nearly did exactly that. Lucky break coming back down this hill to give me a chance at par. Oh, and we take it. We take it. So just to confirm, that is now 10 over with, I think, 3 holes to play. 13 over gives us the 75. So we can technically bogey every other hole and make 75. If we can par at least one of the last 3 and no worse than bogey the others, we will still break 75, which feels miraculous given where we were after the first 5 holes. So I feel like we might have got away with one. That should be about perfect. That's actually pin seeking, is that? Oh, I think it was short. That looks money, and I think it's in the bunker. Oh well, maybe the wind hasn't quite dropped. Honestly, I'm shocked by that. That was on the money for the pin. It must have hit this bank and kicked off to the side here. You can see the lines lateral rather than forward. Oh, and this is a really tricky shot now because the pin's close to here. There's not a lot behind it. There is a slope behind it, I guess, which helps a little. Again, just got to be committed. Learn your lesson from the last hole. Be committed. Come back down the slope. No, but I'm out of the bunker, safely out. Obviously, it's a nasty downhill one. I don't even need to say that anymore, do I? It's just always a nasty downhill one. I'm struggling to tell the break actually, because it feels like everything's coming this side, taking it right to left, but to the eye, at the cup, it looks left to right. I'm going to play it just slightly outside right. Trust the lay of the land. Just try and get the pace right. 4 on this is not the end of the world. Slow down, slow down. Okay. Drop. Oh, we make the bogey. That leaves us 11 over with 2 to play. 1 par and 1 bogey, and we break 75. To be honest, 2 bogeys and making 75, I would be absolutely over the moon with. That was so close to not dropping. Heart in my mouth for a second there. Come on. th 2 par 4s to finish, 17 and 18. 17 is telling me it's 312 metres to the flag, which is just round to the right here. I just scoped it, and I don't know whether it's catching the bunker or the flag, but it was only coming up about 220, which can't be right. These bunkers are about 205, so I should be able to fly them. I'm going to try and play a little bit of a cut, because you can see the gap between the 2 bunkers, and just get myself down there, put myself in position for a par. The next par 4 is drivable, or at least very close to it. It's not drawing, it's not fading as much as I'd like. I've missed the bunkers though. Yeah, that's going to work out nice actually. That was lucky. I thought it was going to just draw a little bit. It wasn't quite fading, but I think it was into the wind, and I think I just knocked it a little bit. So we'll be right in the middle of the fairway there. I'm happy with that. It's telling me it's 115 to the flag, so a steady pitching wedge should be the club. I'm slightly concerned. This is just a little bit on a downslope is the ball, and every time I've had these shots today, I've topped it a little bit or thinned it, and it's just gone a little bit at it, which would be a problem here, because I don't want to be back through the green. Commit to it though. That's the lesson from today, I think, isn't it? Commit to the shot, trust it, trust the club, trust the shot, play the ball. A little bit right, but distance should be good. Yeah, it might just be on the fringe of the green. I just leaked it a little bit right, but could have been a lot worse. So if you've made it this far in the video, guys, thank you so much. We really appreciate your support, the fact that we're able to come out and film content at beautiful places like this. It's just wonderful. This has been a bit of an epic round. I'm not sure how it's going to end just yet, but please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video, leave a comment down below if you appreciate the stresses and recognise the stresses in the game of today, perhaps very similar to when you play. And that's what we want to do with the channel. We want to bring relatable content. We love some of the other creators, as we've said in the past, but they're always hitting, they're always flushing, they're always, you know, making it work. Most of us need to really grind to get those kind of scores, as we have had to do today. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. We've got 2 holes left. I'm hoping we can par this one and take the pressure off the last to break 75. So come on, let's go see if we can do it. So this may be a scorecard protecting shot, but I'm really tempted to use my putter on this rather than my 60 degree. There's a little bit here it needs to get to, and I do need to take it out to the right. I just think less can go wrong. Let me know in the comments, what would you do here? I know if I'm not protecting the scorecard, I'm hitting my 60 degree every day. But I think I'm going to put this one. I don't know whether that's the right play. I don't know whether that's the percentage play. It feels like it. There's a lot of fringe to get through. And I don't know how that's going to affect the ball, because I haven't hit my putter through any of these fringes yet. I'm not sure I'd have got my wedge any closer than that. I think that's okay. There doesn't look a lot in this putt. I don't want to get too excited, but this is looking reasonably straightforward. If I'm just getting the pace right, it might slightly go to the right. But I'm certainly not giving the hole away here. Oh, just left it short. It was coming in. That was the right line. Well, that's the bogey. That puts the pressure on the last to par to break 75, but it is a drivable par 4, so we have a chance. I wouldn't like to bet which way it's going to go though. And see if we can capitalise. Oh, I've gone right. Please hold. Stay. Oh, I think that's rolled down onto the 18th from the Levante course. I was getting too excited. So I was on the fairway from the 18th on the other course. I was guessing the distance there. I reckon it was about 120, but it's uphill, so I've just hit a 9-iron. I was guessing online as well. I had to be quick because there's other people wanting to tee off on the 18th, and I was pretty much in driving range there. So I was pretty comfortable with how that came out. Let's get up to the green and see. So having guessed the distance, I obviously got it wrong. I've flown miles past, so I'm going to use my 60-degree, try and get it back. Again, I'm guessing because I didn't bring my scope with me, so I'm just going to try and knock this up there. There is a backstop, so hopefully if I go a bit too long, it won't be too penalising. Oh, it's pretty decent. I really didn't think I'd be saying this, but this putt to break 75. Honestly, that's ludicrous. I dropped 5 shots over 2 holes. I think it was 3 and 4, wasn't it? Or 4 and 5. That early on in the round. Unbelievable. It's for 74. Didn't quite break as much as I thought. Well, I don't mind taking 75 on that. Thank you so much for joining us. There's more Spanish content to come. Please stay tuned, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.